This is my stance after arrest. I'm gonna be training for this broken C6 that doesn't run and has major problems. There's a little bit of sludge and it's red.
It looks like it's running off 3 cylinders.
Has an electrical problem that's throwing up some reduced power mode. So we are gonna fix this Corvette to get it in perfectly good running and driving shape. What's the other problem, Pap?
I can't get out.
We really don't like Corvettes around here, but we did take a gamble on this one. So let's get into this video about fixing this thing, because we want this thing running and driving today. Boys, there's a C6. It's kind of clean though. Oh man, I'm nervous. I guess we'll go deal with this real quick, because it looks like he's here.
Color match headlight. Color match headlight. They're the same car.
Guys, the FRS might be gone. We don't know yet.
At least we have the Honda Fit.
Freak that piece of crap, bro.
Hey, it's a freaking race car, dude.
He said they're practically the same. They are. I mean, once we get this C6 fixed, we're gonna race a Honda Fit versus a Corvette, bro. I know where I got my money.
It looks like it's running off 3 cylinders.
Or one.
Kinda sad to see this thing go, man.
What is going on? I might be so tough. How close am I? How close?
You got a while. You got a while.
I might have the 2 perfect car setups right now.
You're good, you're good, you're good, you're good.
I don't know how to stop this thing from running. How do you turn this off? How do you turn this off? Oh, you hold it.
Oh,
sorry, dude. Oh, dude, I'm kind of sad. That thing looked good rolling out of there.
Doesn't look good.
But broken C6.
Yeah, she a little busted.
Yeah. Yeah, that wiring harness might need a whole new one.
Hey, but look.
Corvette, dude, this thing's gonna rip once it's done.
7:59 a.m.
All right, Pap, don't get too comfortable yet. I got something to show you.
Not another Miata.
Come on. You said not another Miata?
Yeah.
Now, I know you don't like Miatas, but I know you also don't like another car.
Oh, slide.
It's a Corvette. Surprise!
That's one ugly roof.
Yeah, slight problem. It don't run.
Yeah, that is a slight problem. Doesn't
Yeah.
start at all.
It tries to. And then you wiggle the wire harness and it'll fire up.
In good shape, body-wise.
Dude, it's got 4 more cylinders than the freaking red car did.
Take that out and put it in the Kia.
LS2 Kia? That'd be kind of crazy.
This looks like an electrical mess.
Yep.
I don't like it. Oh, the headlights are as ugly as the roof. They paint them yellow, or is that just frosted?
No, that's factory. That's OEM headlights. They come paint match with the car.
I don't like it. What do you think, Drew?
I think it's gonna be a project.
I think you're right. It's a Corvette. If it's a Corvette, it's a project. I've worked on too many of these rags.
Mark that down. If it's a Corvette, it's a project.
The seats are torn.
Corn?
Torn.
Corn?
I ain't working under the dash. I quit doing that.
No, I bought it so you can work under the dash. I bought your 2 favorite cars, a Miata and a Corvette.
All in the same room. What kind of luck is that? I don't like it. But they know I don't like Corvettes, so.
Is it gonna start? I have no idea. I just tried pushing clutch in. No fobs detected. Mother trucker. Come on, fire up! Gosh dang it. There we go. That thing's choppy. I'm gonna roll this window up. How hilarious would it be if it was the same problem as the 350 where I just got to replace a gas pedal in it? That'd be pretty funny.
That'd be hilarious.
Guess we could test it, see if the pedal's getting 5 volts. But it looks all right from out here. C6. Piece of crap. Move the Corvette out here. There's a little bit of sludge and it's red. So I don't know if that's power steering or transmission. I'm really hoping not transmission. We went to my buddy's mechanic shop and he had this snap-on scanner, and we're finally gonna scan this thing today since we haven't scanned it before. We're gonna see if she starts right now, because I don't know if it will. Golly, this thing's freaking long. Moly, 6 engine codes. This thing's got 6 different engine codes on it. Holy freaking moly. It's all the sensors.
Yes, it's all the sensors.
It could be one of all of these, but it's showing up as all of them are bad.
346 minutes later.
We're gonna move the Corvette inside because this thing, we're gonna take the hood off, park it for a while, start looking at it and start seeing if we can find the shortage, or I don't know what we're gonna find, but we're gonna move it in there and it's probably gonna sit in there for a while. Hopefully it starts. It might not. Well, at least it looks pretty. Now you gotta take off this hood. We get what we get. I'm gonna take one out of here since there's one missing in there.
Yeah.
Oh, holy freaking moly. Oh man, Project C6. I really want to take off that roof. All right, we're finally working on the Corvette. It's been here for 7 days now, probably. We're gonna unplug all these sensors out of here. Unplug all these, redo all the wires in here. We're supposed to have a pink, I think, on here, and we do not have a pink at all. All these got to come out, and we're going to get mainly the wiring harness out of here and redo it all, see what we need to replace and everything. We're going to take off this fender off this thing. We're going to test all the things that go into the ECM.
No, I couldn't hear it.
I'm working on a Corvette. My favorite thing to do. My favorite car to work on.
Oops. This is too long.
I got it.
Huh? You got a what?
I got one that's about this long at home.
You got one how long?
It's about this long.
I don't even know what we're talking about. That's
I
that
don't know
long.
anymore either. Y'all making me laugh.
What are we talking about?
I have no idea.
I got,
Whatever's that long, I don't know.
I got a ratchet wrench. It's about that. It's electric.
That is way smaller, or way bigger.
That is really small. You know what else is really small? Paps extensions. This is my type of size.
You missed it. He was tightening it again.
Bro, swivels suck.
Pull that one out, and then on that side, then you have more flex in the front. Okay.
Already flexing in the front. It's a Corvette.
Perhaps just in the background.
Pep's enjoying life, ain't you?
I wasn't until we started working on this.
Until you brought in a Corvette.
You know how I feel about Corvettes.
And Miatas?
He's enjoying the Miata. Don't let him lie to you about it. He likes the Miata.
He likes me. I really thought he was hating the Miata.
I don't like it.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah.
Oh man, have you seen this tire?
No, what's wrong with the tire?
No.
What's wrong with the tire?
Oh, man.
Ugh.
That is not particularly good.
This calls for the super extension.
I'm not telling you what kind of extension I got.
He's got a super long extension. How big is it?
It's not here.
Huh?
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 Say what?
What? What am I looking for?
I don't know.
That's a reach. That's gotta go. Your extensions are this long?
Probably is.
The great leaning tower of extensions. There's the bolts that need to come straight up. All right, one fender down, no more to go.
It's a good thing.
I think somebody has been in here, because that's broke.
Oh,
That,
It looks like crap.
exactly.
Got the ECM out, checking all these pins. All the pins are straight and good, but we still don't know if this is good or not.
Got this off. Can't really get to the wires themselves to check it from here. Might end up having to make something to attach to a lead to shove down in there to be able to test these wires.
We're trying to test these wires to see if it's beeping, to see if the wire's bad or good.
They did not beep.
It did not beep. We're cutting these zip ties so that we can get these wires out, get this whole harness ripped back up so that we can test to make sure that there's no breaks in the line going from here. I think we found the breakout from the coils to the ECM. They go to here, and then this breaks everything out to here. Hopefully we can test this purple wire. There could possibly be some breaks down behind here before it gets over to there. Coil 1 is right there. Pin 70 going into the ECM. Over here, 31, purple. That's the control line for the coil. And so either this is the ground, which isn't black, or these are flipped. I think maybe we should get a new harness. It's so hard to get out. We got it out. We did it off video and Drew got upset, so we redid it.
I got a pin puller router at home. I do. What don't I have?
AIDS.
That's good.
Y'all can please doubt me.
Do you prefer to be doubted?
Yes.
I doubt that.
No, I prefer to be doubted. We might just get another one because they're not too much online. Looks like they had all the wiring right. All this seems to be correct. We got half of it done. It's what we had unwrapped already. We got the wiring harness buttoned up for tonight. We're gonna test this out tomorrow. We don't want to do it without PAP. We'll hook all that back up. These things have just disintegrated. I don't even want to pull one out. Plastic just falls apart. They're held in there by like 50% of what's supposed to be inside of there. Probably gonna go ahead and get a second wiring harness as well. But I'm ready to see this run. So it's the next day. We were gonna put this thing in and fire it up, but with the way the other wiring harness is doing on the passenger side, we are just gonna wait for the one that we bought for this side to come in and put that one in before we try to fire it up.
3 weeks later.
So we've had this thing for a month now. I've been trying little things. If that's not solving it, then we're gonna have to just almost rip the harness out. We're gonna have to unplug all the sensors. If that doesn't do it, then it's probably gonna be the ECM.
We currently have to unplug basically every single sensor in here so we know what's wrong with it, or we can actually test the voltage. I'm gonna start off with this throttle. There's one. All right, I have like 8 more to go. Like the AC needs to be unplugged. We have currently got everything unplugged from this car, so that includes all the 5V that runs to it.
We've checked 5 volts reference 1 on the ECM, and it's getting 3 volts. It should be getting 5. One of the things we can do is unplug all the sensors, because if it gets 5 volts, then whatever sensors we unplug could potentially be the issue. We can't really get to the fuel tank pressure sensor. With there being 3 sensors on one of the plugs that takes the 12 volts to the ECM to make it operate, we can't unplug those from the ECM without cutting the wires. So we have to unplug those sensors. Those sensors are the accelerator pedal position sensor, we have unplugged, the AC refrigerant pressure sensor, unplugged, and then we have the fuel tank pressure sensor. We don't know where it's at. We haven't even looked into it. With those 2 unplugged, it'll either be that fuel tank pressure sensor, so that eliminates all the other sensors as being the issue if we are still getting 3 volts coming off the ECM. I hope that explained it well. I'm gonna check this pin, see if we're getting 5 volts or 3 volts. Now we're gonna check for voltage, 2.87. So it seems like it's none of those sensors. It's either a short somewhere in some of these wires, or it's the fuel tank pressure sensor. If we cut this, plug this back in, check those same pins, and it's getting 5 volts, then it's the fuel tank pressure sensor. If we cut this, and it's still getting 3 volts, then we cut this, only eliminate the fuel tank pressure sensor. Drew is gonna make that decision.
It's just wiring. It's nothing like crazy. Like wiring's not even that hard to figure out, you know? Like you just put 2 and 2 connectors together, and like all the problems should be solved. 3, 2.
We check on the same pin, and we hope we get 5 volts. Oh my goodness. That just gave us 5 volts.
Oh, shoot.
It's the fuel tank pressure sensor. All this, it's either the fuel tank pressure sensor or the wire running to the fuel tank pressure sensor. It's kind of funny because that's what the code said from the very beginning.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new day here. We got the Corvette, so we cut the fuel tank pressure sensor line. And so now we're gonna see if that thing took it out of reduced power mode and if it'll fire up correctly. We are gonna test it out today and see if she fires up and wants to run correctly. Everything's getting plugged back up into the ECM ever since we cut the line. Let's test this out. She works. She's working, baby. No check engine lights. We have fixed the Corvette. Now we gotta drop the car. Let's let her down. I'm so happy. This thing's gonna look good.
You know what we need to do, Pat?
We need to clean it.
No.
What he's basically saying is, my nonverbal grandpa is saying that we gotta tighten these lug nuts up. Let's start this bad thing up. Woo! Woo! Oh man. Dude, this thing feels big. Holy moly, I cannot believe this thing is freaking running right now. Oh! Little vibrations in the wheel. Ah, dude. Does this mean I'm about to turn into a grandpa going to a car show in my Vette? What's up?
What up?
I definitely just saw smoke come from the front, and I am not lying. Well, I guess it runs pretty good. What was I scrubbing out there? I know y'all heard that. Well, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, the Corvette is now parked. This is what's gonna happen, right? There's a couple things we gotta change on this car. Number one being the fuel tank pressure sensor, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's gotta be changed. Number two, power steering pump needs to be changed. Next, what we have to do, put back on the hood and put back on this fender. After those four things, we should be good to actually drive and run this thing. I still have to race a Honda Fit.
Once we get this C6 fixed, we're gonna race a Honda Fit versus a Corvette, bro.
I did not forget, we will be racing. Subscribe so we can get a lift.